Now put it underneath. Look at me. You see, I take and I put it underneath because I put it in the center. You see, almost in the center of the paper. Can you see from your display my drawing? Okay, good. So now I take my pencil, okay, which is this one. I make my point, and what we gonna do? I would like to show you how important is to trace. Do you know what it means, tracing? Okay, so when we look at something in transparency and we copy, okay? But instead of making a real copy, what we're gonna do, we're gonna take advantage of looking at our drawing and make a correction of the problems that the drawing has. Or we can use the tracing technique to use this as a base, as a model, but change it and make it more interesting and make variations, different design alternatives. So I will show you how I take this drawing, okay, and I change it. And tracing it, it's very easy. Okay, so this is a way to show you that when you have a series of side views to make for a project, you do the first one, but then the second, the third, the fourth, you just trace and make alternatives. Okay, so I take this one. Yeah, okay, good, great. So that must become a normal daily practice. Okay, it's faster, and you learn how to use the same good lines you already made, and from those lines you learn very easily how to make corrections. Okay, so I take my wheels. So I'll try to make you see, I take my windshield and I bring it back a lot. You see? Basically, what did I do? I changed the type of car. You see? So before we had this type of sports car, normal coupe, very, very balanced. And now we are really having a long hood, Maybe if we don't like this, we can do this, look. Maybe it's better like that. So when we have to make the side of the front overhang and the back overhang, that's where I put my line, my reference line, you see? You see where I put it? And I put it there because you have to understand that now we can take this off. Now I'll take another piece of paper to explain to you why I put this here. Now let's imagine top view, okay? This view, top view, okay? So look, I take the points. This is center line. In top view, which means here, okay? Did you get it? That's a center line in top view, the section. So, if this one is the first point here in center line, this one here, sorry, this one, it's the exterior part, it's this point. And look where it is. It's here. So this means that from the center to the side, we have a nice round front end. So for example, if I look at my line here, you know, we can imagine that we have a light here, okay? Like that. Looks nice, huh? Very American. Then we have this point here, you see? And this one. So this one, it's here. Just a little bit more in the front than that point. And this one, it's around here. So look what I do. This is our light from top view. You see? This is the center of the wheel. Here. And this is the wheel. So our wheel will be in this area, you know? From this point, this point, this point, we can say that one is here, the other one is here, the other one is here, the other one is here. Right? So we put the wheels also in the back. So now we have this point, okay, of this back, you know, that is very, very big here. So it's here on the center line. And then this point here, it's gonna be here on the center line. And then we have this one, look. So we have this point, this point. So one is here, and the other one is around this point here. Then we can take our windshield, this is the A pillar, you know, the top of the structure, this area. So let me put this point here. It's here, this one. This one is here. So look. That's my windshield. From here to here, then we have this point here, And then if on top we have a little bit of the roof, you know, we can imagine something like this. Okay, so I am showing this for a very simple reason. You remember what I told you about the reflection? The reflection never goes around. It never goes around because it's so stupid. He just wants to make sure that he finds a place where he can see all over around without any problem. He's scared. So when the reflections from here comes down here and it starts going around, it doesn't know what to do, so it goes and it comes down because it doesn't want to go around. Too much scared. And that's why we have that line here like that. In the back is the same thing. You see, it's starting to turn and the reflection stops before. So, now that I explained that, let me put a little bit of shading so that all this makes sense to you. Here, you see, we have the reflection of the glass. And here is a little reflection on this part of the body. So, you see, like that. Okay, so now we can see our car from side and top view. Now look what I do. You see, I always put a little bit. It's lighter, but it's still there. And I finish here before it turns. Now, let me fix this this line here because it's not beautiful. Now it's better, you see? You see, I made a little bit more harsh, just a little bit. So now I'm gonna take care of this shading and you will see how I do it here and how I do it here. So that you can do the same thing, because that's what was missing on your sketch. Then this part here, like that, we clean up that line. You see, I'm cleaning up the line. And then I'll do my shadow underneath, dark, dark. The wheels on the other side. On the ground. The perspective shadow line. Here too. You see? Perspective. A little bit on the back. Just a little, because this is short. But in the front it's long. So this one, it's gonna be different. So, we start dark. You know, dark like here, same thing. And then we start shading. You see, very sketchy. Now you have a real feeling of perspective, depth, you know, three-dimensional. Now let's clean up the wheel. I'm gonna show like a wheel well that is very small, very small. You know, this time it's almost flat. You see, the center is in the center. I'm putting the shadow in the lower part because this, if I make a section here, I'll do it this way. You see? Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit like that. You see? Then we have our tire. But what is important is this section here. That's how it is, you know? The light, the shadow. Okay. Now we can add a little bit of extra graphics. Always sketchy. Okay, you see, and now you have a, I would say, cool sketch. Okay, so now you understand how I did it here. So you see, we still see a little bit of that line, but it's much lighter. And then one thing important is the bottom has to be dark. And then has to be in an angle. You see, just in an angle, you see? In an angle. Never do it straight, because if you do it straight, it looks like the car, it's falling down. And also in the back, you see, I always put that line going up. But it looks nice, huh? Not bad. So, now you understand what this line, how I decide how to put this line. It's because that's what I'm thinking in my mind about the car. Now, what I would like you to do is to make the same exercise. You have your sketch. We have to fix that sketch, okay? We want to make it much better than before.